And it's welcome back to Reign of Discordia Arc Tangent. When we left our intrepid cast, because I refuse to say heroes now, when we left our intrepid cast, they were leaving. Fala having exchanged ships and were heading back to Iseth to take part in helping evacuate the refugees from a terrible crisis that had happened there, which they had no previous knowledge of. Apparently. So you literally had just sort of blasted off the space station at Fowler when we left it. So we will pick it up from that very point.
Is this after we've dropped off all our paying passengers, or are we still going to do that?
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone.
Okay.
Long ago.
So yes, you are heading your way back to Iseth.
I think our general plan was to dock the other side of the planet.
Yeah. Away from the activity.
Away from any news about us.
We didn't physically make the ship look different, did we? Yeah.
No, but we have changed the electronic signature because we changed, I don't know, I think it was aircon or something, I don't know, purification or something. And we've got the different signature. So,
yes.
Yeah, we haven't repainted it.
No, I was just wondering how many yellow ships are around like ours.
Well, it's company colours, so presumably there's a fleet of them, right?
I'll say there's maybe a few of them in this particular, whether there's been any of that, whether there's been any other members of the fleet in that sector in the last wee while.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that we made damn sure there were no witnesses.
I am well aware of that, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there was no witnesses, that's for sure.
However, you do remember that the blood chamber, which is the ship whose transponder that you swapped over, also received a message. Well, because you got the message because it came through your transponder. Got the message that they are also going to be en route to Iseth.
Well, except they're not now, are they? Because we got the message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you remember what's going on. I've completely forgotten.
I'm just wondering if, we should just avoid all possible complications and have a breakdown.
Just don't make it there.
Anyway, we're taking aid, aren't we? I do think morally maybe we.
So are you suggesting breakdown and sell the aid on a different planet somewhere?
I mean, we could be.
And the cast get further and further away from the definition of hero.
These two, I'm saying nothing.
I've had an idea. We have to report a stolen transponder.
Yeah.
At some point in a week's time, or whatever it was we agreed. What if we were the victim of piracy by the blood whatever?
The blood chamber.
Blood chamber. And we have no transponder at all. We're just using that for now, just to, actually the blood chamber happens to be going where we're going. So maybe actually we should, definitely follow that route. But what if the blood chamber commits an act of piracy and we, being sweet innocent victims in all this, lose our cargo that we happen to sell somewhere else. And that's how we lose our transponder. We lose our load and our transponder. We're lucky to escape with our lives.
I like it as a reason for getting rid of the transponder and losing it. Yeah, I do like that idea.
Yeah.
That is a good idea. Yeah. We get pirated, so they broke the transponder. Yeah, that sounds really good.
To the people who may be watching this live or in the future,
There is one person watching live.
I would like to point out that I have not done much in the way of prep for this session. The reason I
now
have
you
not
deeply
done
regret it.
No. The reason I have not done much prep for this session is because I know whatever prep I do, because I've created a sandbox, people are going to go somewhere else, and I like that, which is why I like to riff on, what's going on.
This whole skullduggery stuff sounds really, really complicated, and there's going to be holes poked in it at some point.
Well, if we make it complicated enough, the GM won't remember what we did to actually pay us back later on.
Who's that?
If we can confuse him, well, Ronnie.
He's speaking in character.
Yeah.
I'm being the method actor.
The computer. We were going to rename it GM.
You're muted, Becky.
Just as well.
So, yeah, I do like that as a way of a reason for losing the transponder. That is a good idea. I do like that.
Okay, where are we going to flog this load? What have we got? Can we pull up an itinerary and find a buyer?
You've got it's mostly medical supplies, food supplies, and so on.
Oh, pirate stations are going to love that, aren't they?
Do you mean inventory, not itinerary?
Inventory,
yes. Itinerary.
Itinerary
is a different thing. Slightly different.
words.
I knew what you meant.
We could probably sell all that on some frontier world.
Yeah, medical supplies. I mean, come on. Ever been to?
We could sell them to, if we can find out what other transports are heading over to that planet I can't remember the name of at the top of my head. We could sell them to them. That way we know for definite it's going to a good cause. Win-win.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, okay. We could do that.
Well, only because we're fairly close to that, direction of traffic.
Sorry,
whatever you call it in space. We can't be the only ship that is being assigned to help with the refugees.
Yeah,
so if
but
we
that'll
can
be
find
paid by some government somewhere.
Well,
I can see the tagline to the movie now. In space, no one can hear you cream off the profits.
At the same time, though, as we know, pretty much the whole planet is fucked. They're going to need all the medical supplies that they can get.
Do we do the decent thing and go be the blood, whatever, and drop off this cargo?
We could do it anonymously.
We're not anonymous. We're the blood thingy-bob.
No, but if we get, those little parachute things, I've seen it in films. Like you put a little tiny mini parachute on each sort of parcel, and you just drop it, and then it floats down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, airdrop.
Okay, except we're towing miles upon miles of cargo canisters, gigantic cargo canisters.
Well, then get bigger parachutes.
Oh, wait! We could just sever the tow line as we come into land and have this chain of cargo containers wipe out a whole city.
I believe that kind of defeats the point of what the cargo's for.
If we're going to the planet, then we should do it. We should do it properly if we're going there.
All right.
But we still need to come up with. I suppose the piracy idea can still work for
Yeah, well, that was always the plan, to do it in like a week's time after the person that was after our ship has dealt with the other lot. We'll just rip the transponder out and say we got hit. Spray some small arms fire about the ship. Nothing serious. Make it look like we put up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say Joey seems quite intent on not making any extra cash.
No. It's not that I'm not intent. It's more I don't really care about extra cash. I don't have this obsession like you two seem to. I just want to live a decent-ish life and be happy and be able to survive.
I
You know,
honestly
this
have
hoarding crap.
no idea if I'm rich or not. I just don't know. I've never looked. I don't do anything for the money.
Well, the way you prune your mandibles, you must be quite rich.
Act of making money, however, that I enjoy.
I always thought that commerce was a very human thing anyway.
Commerce?
Mm.
Well, you know, when you buy and sell stuff, sure. That's a commerce thing, isn't it? But I mean, I'm not saying that's particularly what I do. Oh, I didn't buy this cargo, for example, but I'm happy to sell it.
Oh, so you're the illegitimate version?
No, I have parents. They're queen.
I can blow a few holes in the ship if you want me to.
A bit of small arms. When we do the transponder thing, that's a week away. Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be plenty more disasters before then.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I'll go put the kettle on. Let's get the flight en route.
Deliver this cargo then.
I got some, some of these fish that apparently nibble skin off your feet. I thought I could do that instead of a foot massage this journey.
Well, no.
It's not for you, it's for the pilot.
Oh, well, I'm sitting at the...
Yeah. Apparently, it's all the rage. It's something to do with tearing off the dead skin that humans accumulate on their surface levels.
Oh.
Yeah, we tend to do that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't do that. I don't shed skin. I'm not a snake.
Oh, shit. No. Apparently, you're supposed to leave these things in water. I didn't realise. Sorry, they're dead. Oops.
Oh, well. It's probably going to be fish for tea tonight then.
It's small. And they're full of human flesh. Oh, well, actually, I do wonder
protein,
what that
then.
tastes like.
What's
Okay.
the protein?
I'll cook them off for dinner then.
So yeah, we'll go and deliver this shipment.
Okay.
Who knew that fish had to be kept in water?
Well, they're fish. They tend to live in water.
I don't know. I don't live on an aquatic world.
You see this thing here? Like, that's not part of my anatomy. That's attached to me all the time, so I can breathe and speak to you without you just hearing.
Oh, so you're a fish, aren't you? Do you want to nibble his feet?
No.
Isn't it fish? He's a crustacean. I mean,
I'm a crustacean, but I still breathe the same way as a fish does.
Is that like a dried smegma of a fish or something?
What?
A crustacean.
He's got a shell. Or do you call it a carapace? I don't know what you call it, Joey.
You've been around humans for too long, Simara. You're stealing their jokes.
I come from a hot, arid wasteland.
Oh, it must be very boring then for you.
Not really. We got tunnels and nightclubs, and last time I was there, Earth Security Defense Forces attacked us. You were there.
Why not?
Actually, that's not my homeworld, but yeah. My
That's one of
people's.
your, yeah.
It will take you 5 hours to travel direct from further to Eseth. Took a lot longer last time because you deliberately took a circuitous
Yeah.
route.
Is there any jobs to do about the ship when we're traveling?
I thought you were getting your feet nibbled off.
The fish are dead, aren't they?
I
So
put them in
can't
a
do that
box.
now.
I didn't realise they're supposed to keep them in water.
Well, I wasn't sure if Simara was doing nibbling herself or like with a, I don't know, some other manicuring.
And the GM, upon hearing about all this dead fish, just says, "Oh God." As you enter Eseth's space, you notice that there are a fair few ships in the vicinity of various sizes, some decent sized battleships, and so on. You see you see one large hospital ship. I mean, the days of the sort of huge, sort of Star Destroyer size behemoths, absolutely armed to the teeth with weapons, are long gone, unless you can find a graveyard.
Any Earth Force ships? So I think we should probably steer clear of them.
You can't see any. It looks like basically the SOSs went up, and anyone with a ship near the sector has come in.
But what battleships have responded? Like, whose are they?
They look like they're sort of local boys.
There are local battleships on Eseth?
Well, within that system.
Local battleships for local people.
We done fucked up there, didn't we? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realise they had a bloody navy.
No, there's no real navy. It's just,
A few local ships.
The frontier systems are pretty wild. So, you might have the odd captain who just happens to have grabbed himself a battleship in his time.
Okay. Well, I suggest we make a beeline for the planet and drop this cargo off before it gets stolen.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything that brings attention to ourselves either. We just want to.
Okay, so the big bright yellow ship is going to attempt to be inconspicuous. Got it.
Yeah, we're going to all the rules down and back up, unless it goes wrong again.
You've given clearance to land.
Because now we actually got to land on the surface, don't we? Because the station's gone.
Well, no, I mean you landed on the surface last time. Your real problem was you one of the big problems you got to remember is that you can only use your thrusters. Because when you use your fusion engines, it tends to cause an awful lot of environmental damage.
I think given what's happened so far, that's the least of their problems.
Well, in fairness, somebody does that to you, and all of a sudden the galaxy turns up with battleships and aid. So what's the loss?
They weren't doing too well before, to be fair, were they?
Previously, they had to pay for food. Now they're getting it given to them.
We're going to help them out in the end, all this aid again.
It's a bonus, really. It's like being paid for nothing.
I'm just sitting in awe at the way your mind works. I'm just taking a moment to enjoy the uniqueness of the process.
You've got to find the bright side on this sort of thing, haven't you?
We are pretty bright, being yellow and all that.
All these lucky sods that used to have to do a 9 till 5, and now they've got to do this queue up.
There's an awful lot of you reckon that it's a case of all big ships because people are being taken off world. There's an awful lot of shuttles going down to the surface.
Right.
Okay, so they might be abandoning the planet to. Wonder what people would have left behind.
Computer, keep your fireballs up on max. Let nothing in.
Yeah.
Yes, that's possibly very good advice.
Who would release a computer virus into the network? That's the thing to do.
We still have that virus beeping away, don't we?
You've got it inside that box, so it's
not.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We did. Yes.
You did a very good roll and built a very good box. It's still. I mean, as you say that, you are looking at it. I mean, the light is blinking, but there's no signal, as far as you can tell, that's escaping the confines of the box. So yeah, remember these little details. They become useful later on.
Ship down. Ship down. I don't know. One of these ships acted as some sort of like flight controllers because I think we might have taken out that.
I will ask for a piloting roll, please. The reason being is that there's an awful lot of smaller ships and shuttles and so on all around the place. So just threading your way through to find a landing spot is.
It's their job to get out of the way of big ships.
26.
Yep, I will say that's pretty good. Slowly getting yourself in there. You land. It looks a little different this time.
We're on a different side of the planet. That would be why.
Yes. You can see that there's been a sort of makeshift, sort of immediate sort of buildings have been, almost like porta cabins, have been set up as a way of aiding with the paperwork. You see an officious man with a clipboard. Well, you assume it's an iPad of some kind. Version of.
Don't tell him who we are.
Do you know who we are?
You know who I am.
It's aid. Here's the cargo load. We're off.
So
that's all we want to do.
If you question us, we're going to have to say we're the blood chamber because that's what the transponder says.
Well, yeah, but the load isn't registered to the blood chamber. It's registered to us. So actually,
I mean, say we stole it from us.
I'm enjoying the penny drop moment.
No. We'll say the DHL had problems, and we moved the load over to us because we were leaving. And we said we drop it off for them.
What? And then the blood chamber turns up with their load. No.
Hopefully in a different place.
All we do is we be officious ourselves about it. So when he's asking questions like, yeah, what's your ship? All this, like, look, it's medical aid. What more do you want? You want it, or do you want us to haul it away? Because I can flog this anywhere. Here's the inventory. Knock yourself out.
Hello.
Yes.
Shippy. Yes.
We've got your supplies. So where should we drop them?
Oh no! Have you got the yes? Got the cargo? Get our men just there to the cargo. That's wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Uh, um, uh, we'll be unloading the cargo. You'll be able to take off another. Are you part of the refugee reappropriation program?
No, we're just dropping off supplies.
Out the goodness of our hearts.
Oh, you're not helping relocate some of our people?
We haven't been paid for that.
Well, we've only got a relatively small ship. I mean, obviously, most of it is cargo containers.
We could have put them in a sort of passenger bulk freight unit to be transported by you.
Why are you people leaving the planet? All the aid's coming here.
Aid, yes, but the explosion of the station plus the ignition of a fusion engine into the atmosphere has caused a catastrophic effect across. I mean, we're in the last sort of breathable.
So, you said somebody ignited their engine in the atmosphere. What idiot did that?
We're trying to find that out, but unfortunately, all the electronic monitoring and surveillance for the area has been wiped by a EMP.
That is a big shame.
But it's causing a cascade effect across the atmosphere. We expect this place to be unbreathable within the next 48 hours. Hence why we're trying to get everything off-world.
Oh, I see.
Basically, you between the space station exploding and basically releasing all those chemicals, and then you ignited everything as you escaped. You've blown the ozone layer to kingdom fucking come.
God, we've just destroyed the planet.
But the important thing is us three survived.
And in the distance, the word hero begins to slowly shrink away.
Okay. What do you reckon, guys? Should we take people? How much do we get paid for taking people?
It's an act of charity.
So their lives aren't worth anything, then. We can sell the people.
That's what I was thinking, actually. How many people?
Again, this is all these two, not me.
Well, we can sell the people either for slaves or body parts into the organ market or something.
I'm sure that Relar would accommodate a few of them at least.
Relar. Oh, yeah, but we have to go
that place where I'm from.
You would have to go for unfriendly space to get there.
I know that, but
there's a lot of call for human slaves or body parts there, is there?
Well,
yeah, but I didn't sign up for all this human slavery and incredibly immoral stuff.
It's not immoral if they agree to it. Give them the choice.
Yeah, but a slave means they're not agreeing.
Well, we're doing
we ask them if they want to go into slavery, in exchange for which we'll take them to some place where they can be sold, like Pratilla.
We're doing them a favor again. I mean, we can either leave them here to die, or we can take them away into slavery.
Where were you considering sailing them?
Well, I mentioned Pratilla, but
somewhere far, far away.
I'm sure there's plenty of systems in the rim that one of them somewhere must take slaves.
And it particularly don't like humans.
Well, no. What if we put them on, like, I don't know, a 10-year indentured servitude contract? Then they're not slaves. They've got an end to them, and they're still worth a fortune, and it makes the job pay for itself.
But Again, why do you want money for this?
We've got to keep a ship running. We've got to keep flying. If we don't get money, we don't
Yeah,
fly.
so we
know
need
that
to
whole-
go and find work elsewhere.
You know that whole thing you said you didn't want to do, like make money? How would you pay for the fuel to get the people to somewhere else?
Well, that's different, but also, you both chose to come back here for one thing, but
We did the
I'm happy
decent thing. We thought we'd help people.
what, by putting them into a hell for 10 plus years?
No, we delivered the medical aid.
Yeah, and now you're wondering about whether to
Make some side.
monopolize on a slave trade.
No, no. They can't afford to pay their transit off world. We're giving them an opportunity to pay.
They're refugees. It's kind of difficult for them to pay for anything at the minute.
Yeah, but we can't afford to take refugees. But what we could afford to do is take people that have, say, got a 10-year work contract.
In answer to your question, Pratilla might actually go for it. They are an anarchist government. They do gas mining as a major industry. They would probably take the bodies to work in the mines.
Huh?
Not saying you should. I'm saying the option's there.
Why can't we just take them to somewhere that desperately need work and try and get some commission for handing them over?
Tell you what, there's this planet called Pratilla where they're desperate for workers and they're bound to pay us some money
Really?
to deliver some people their 10-year contract.
Have you been there many times?
I simply state the information as the name of the planet had come up.
Like you don't seem that keen on the idea, Joey. I mean, we delivered the stuff free that you wanted to do.
Yeah, but after all the catastrophe that happened here on this planet, ever since then, both of you have been so, what's the human term, hell-bent on just, shirking profit wherever you can find it, and it just seems a bit
we've been
the both of you.
We've been out on jobs for quite a while now. We've not made any money at all for a long time. We're gonna need money fairly soon, and quite a lot of it, because no doubt we've got some sort of down payment on the ship we've got to make. Along with fuel.
I should have just stayed on Relar and got work there.
Would you like us to do another charitable mission before we go and make money, Joe? Is that what you want?
No, not necessarily. I'm not some do-gooder person or thing, but I'm just saying that you're really keen on just making even more people's lives a misery.
We're not looking to make anyone a misery. I was looking to find a way to help these people pay for the voyage out of here.
By selling them into slavery?
No, selling them into a 10-year indentured servitude contract.
So a slavery contract lasts for 10 years?
They get room and board and food. Work for 10 years and they get a shiny new home in a new world.
And a very beaten up back.
Alternatively, they could stay here. Run out of oxygen in 48 hours. What would you like to do, Joey?
I would like to be in my bunk.
I don't know what to say, Tyrrell. I mean, how do we pay for transiting all these people?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, recycling air costs money. Filters cost money. Fuel. Are they going to want to eat and drink while they're here?
Maybe we could do a shorter contract, but I don't think that'll appease Joey either.
How many people were going to be on this trip anyway? I'll turn back to the guy who's outside. How many people were we going to, if we took them, how many people would we take? He's been standing there.
Well, I mean, we'd like to ask you to. I mean, we do have a couple of container. It's a good class containers. Essentially, it's just transport without the engines. That we could attach to the ship. You could easily take a good 2,000 or 3,000.
2,000 or 3,000. Wow.
We could actually fit more in our own holds, Tyrrell.
Yeah, but that's not too bad. I mean, I was just thinking that that ship thing they're going to put them in, we could sell that afterwards.
It's to place it in context. They're literally going to attach the body of a plane, without the wings or the engine on it. Just the body with the seats, and attach that.
I mean, if no one wants it for anything else, we can sell it for scrap and get some cash. But there's 2,000 or 3,000 people. I mean, wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, so we could do, tow them behind us. We could put a few more thousand in the hold. I think Ronnie said we could fit in the hold before.
What if we do this? We have the couple of thousand people in this thing that they want to do. Joey's back, so we let them off, but we have another lot in the hold.
You mean just some of them pay for the costs by being sold into a short-term indentured servitude contract of a couple of years? Maybe Joey would accept that.
Yeah, I don't think that he will.
What if
we're never going to earn any money at this rate? I mean, after previous events on this planet, why walking a bit of slavery? I have no idea, but
I don't know. Joey seems to. Sorry, I say to the guy now. One of our crew objects to saving lives. We're just trying to work out how to appease him. I don't have an answer.
I am happy to. I mean, if you'd like to take extra in the hold as well, I'm happy to oblige. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Space. It's just we're trying to get over. One of our crewmen. We are a team, and we all have to agree for every job. That's our rule. And one of our crew is objecting, and I don't know how to appease him at the moment.
It'd be pretty miserable in the hold.
I'm sorry. One of your crew is objecting to.
Yes.
To being charitable.
We need to find a way to appease him, and I'm not sure what we could do. Do you? These people. I mean, presumably they've got savings or something. Right?
Well, yes. I mean, we are doing our best. Well. We are doing our best to try and work out their finances. You have to understand that the EMP blast took out most of the electronic systems, including the banking system. Also, just a time before, what triggered it was a computer virus of some description that went ripping through most of our information networks.
Got jewelry or something. Maybe we could throw a few expensive trinkets his way and see if that'll win him over. Like if
I must say, your planet seems to have the most terrible luck.
Well, yes, but not as much bad luck as if we happen to find the bastards responsible. I am afraid that I've heard castration by way of rusty nail to be an extremely effective form of punishment.
It sounds very unpleasant.
Yes, I can only imagine.
So can I. My species are kind of, well, only the queen gets to, actually fully develop her sexual organs. Anyway, what can we do to maybe entice our third crew member around? Maybe some of these people have some valuables that maybe we could try bribing him. It's the only other thing I can think of, because unless all three of us agree, we won't take. Well, we can't take the job. That's the contract we have between each other. You see.
I see. I understand. It's.
I'm trying to find a way to help you.
At this point, I'm really considering the words bluff and roll, please.
Okay. Bluff is okay. Yeah, I've got it. 20.
Did you roll a 20?
Unnatural 20.
You rolled a natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Oh, an unnatural 20. Oh, shame. That would have been interesting. No, well, I mean, you have succeeded, but a nat 20 would have been,
yeah, of course,
quite impressive.
I only get those about 5% of the time, though.
And only 50% there as well. That's a line from airplane. There's a 5% chance of precipitation, but there's only a 50% chance of that. Still one of the funniest films, isn't it?
Well, if we take 3,000 people, is there any equipment or anything you need us to move from the planet as well, or is it just people?
Oh, I mean, people. I mean, I guess it really depends. There are several. If you are determined to find some financial recuperation for your aid, whilst it would be best for the planet for you to aid in getting a widespread population off, I am sure some of the wealthier.
How about? Look, we can tow several containers. What if one of those containers was a section of your national reserve?
Oh no! We already have that well in hand.
Well, yes, but the whole planet's dying, right? You need to get it out.
Yes. Did you notice the very, very large ships with the big guns?
Oh, have they demanded it from you? Is that
No,
what they're making?
no. They're taking our records in National Reserve with them and making damn sure they've got the guns to protect it.
You shouldn't give it. You shouldn't give in to them. You should stand up for you.
Yeah. Why don't you turn that into life-saving opportunities by sending some of it with us and a load of people?
If you're looking for remuneration, I am sure some of the wealthier families might be willing for you to take them and their assorted valuables, furniture, and so on onto one of the more affluent planets.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
If you go over there, there's that talk to Stiggins. He will he'll do it all for you.
Okay, we'll head over to Stiggins.
Yeah. Oh right, yeah, right. Okay. This is the Van Tripp family.
How many are there in the Van Tripp family? 7, 8, 9? Are they going to sing us any songs?
No.
Oh, if this turns into a musical, we can just space him. Okay.
Are they wearing curtains?
If this turns into a musical, believe you me, I'll be horrified before the rest of you. Especially if I'm the one singing. Right, they've got a lot of valuables there. Right, what's the amount of money? Well, we do have family in Pirasega. Which you will find very much on the right of the map.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I know.
It's about halfway down on the right side.
What?
Oh, well, good grief. That's a long trip.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Wow.
tell us about Pirasega.
Do you really want to know about Pirasega?
Well, hang on now. Tell me about how much money you're paying us to take you all of that very long way across an entire unfriendly empire at war. Because you know you've got to cross the war zone to get there. So you need a captain that's willing to take you across a war zone.
We have family there. We can pay for all the fuel and above board. We can also, as a sweetener, we will be able to pay each of you 100,000 credits.
Okay, and what about the danger money for crossing the war zone?
You won't have to cross the war zone. As far as I'm aware, the war is entirely based in the Earth systems. You're not going to have to go anywhere near it.
The Earth systems and the the Earth systems are at war with the Talonites.
Well, yes. I mean, there will be some. Yes, I mean, I suppose you will be flying through Talon space. I could double it.
Yes, because having humans on board flying through their space could be a little bit dodgy.
I could easily double it. I mean, it's you know.
You could easily double it.
We will consider your bid. We'll just go and talk to the other rich families now.
In terms of travel, while I get the
Gotta be a long way.
It's probably going to take a day or so, isn't it?
Well, at least.
I reckon that's around 30.
It's going to take about 40 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Best part of 2 days.
Well, that's quicker than I thought, to be honest.
Well, it's literally. I mean, this is. I literally have the ruler here for. Maybe say 10 years. Maybe an hour shorter, but not that much.
Okay, I think we can live with that price.
We might have to make some detours if there's any Talonite ships in the area.
Right, and then to keep Joey happy, should we strap a few thousand people on the back in one of these things?
We could do.
And we'll put the family in our own hold.
Joey isn't super moral. He's just industrious. So he's seeing your whole like roundabout way of getting profit and stuff really inefficient. It's like take the people from here to here, and get money for it. No, there's but we could do it for more, or what if we went and did? No, that's not him.
Well, we're getting paid now, so that's not so bad.
Getting paid, and we're going to strap some people on the back for bonus morals.
Well, again, it's not even a moral thing necessarily. It's apart from the slavery thing, but yeah, I mean, if you tell Joey the plan, he's more inclined to go with taking rich people to a rich planet and getting lots of money for it. That's fine.
And we're towing some poor people behind.
Are we going to dump those poor people on the rich planet as well, are we?
If we can find a buyer. Oh, sorry, we're not allowed to do that, are we? Yeah.
Too many steps in the plan.
Yeah, apparently selling isn't profitable for Joey, so we're just gonna deliver them.
Oh dear God! And at this point, I think we should take a break.
Yeah, because if we can't get rid of them, I mean, I have heard of this wonderful new food supplement, Solent Green. That might give us a bit of opportunity.
Back in 5, guys.
Okay.
Once we got them on board, we could threaten to cut the cable unless they give us everything they've got.
Something to think about?
Okay.
Welcome back. Apple pie?
Thank you, cherry pie.
Oh, it's cherry pie. Or is it
No, it's apple.
Ah.
I was calling you cherry pie because you called me apple pie.
That's okay, apple pie. I don't mind.
I feel like going over to the other, like the right-hand side of the map. It's like going to the next page. Like this is chapter 2.
Quite literally. In the book, it's actually the map is over 2 pages. So yes, you are actually going to be going over to the other page.
Yeah.
It's a long trip. That is a huge trip, really.
I mean,
Yeah, something could happen en route.
I'm wrong counting on. I mean, yeah, I mean something might happen. So it's going to take a few hours to get all the Van Trip family stuff. There's lots of object art and quality furniture.
Should we put that in the forward section for safekeeping?
Oh, God help us all.
Well, we don't want it to get broken or anything.
Whatever you think is best. Yes, as I say, my family are looking forward to us arriving.
Well, it would give you more room in your pod or whatever it is.
What about your family car? I mean, I assume it's a nice one.
Oh, we've had a chauffeur. We've let him keep the car. It's not like he can drive it around much anyway. Not with his lungs the way they are.
So where's your driver now?
Well, he did go into the main city a few days ago to get some errands. The driver's not come back yet. Honey,
what about
honey.
Do you have a private jet or anything like that you want to load on board?
Oh no! I mean, we could certainly afford such things, a shuttlecraft from A to B, but we don't go in for too much in the way of luxuriousness. Not in a place like this. We don't like to appear snobbish.
Is there another family that does?
Honey, where's the really? Oh, so we won't be getting the car back then. Oh, that's a pity. It was a good car. Well, yes. I'm okay with the. Obviously, we'll make reparations to the families and so. I must apologise. Yes, it seems that my driver was in the city at the time of the event.
Oh, that's a shame.
Seems he got caught up in it all. Rather a shame. He was a good driver.
Well, if you want to use our communication system to invoice his next of kin for the car, then just let us know.
Oh, I think we can write it off. I've got insurance. And I'm sure they've got insurance. What do you mean they didn't have insurance? What? Everyone has life insurance. Or they couldn't afford it. Oh, we paid them enough. Oh, I see. Yes. I suppose expenditures are different when you have a wife and family as well.
Probably made him pay for his uniform as well.
Anyway, shall we go on? We'll be expecting dinner at 7, breakfast at 8, luncheon at 1:30. 11's is at 11's, afternoon tea at 3, and supper at 9.
Oh, Simara, you got your work cracked on.
Yeah.
I'll give you the itinerary once you're on board.
Yeah, slop will be served for every meal.
It's not just that slop will be served for every meal. It's that we'll be eating well in front of them.
Are you going to give them the feet fish?
And
they were rank, weren't they? Just nothing to eat on them.
And the class war begins.
All right, yeah, we'll get them on board. We will tow a load of people in a chair,
Excellent.
whatever.
Excellent.
You never know. There could be a good bargaining chip at some point. I'll make them some instant coffee and then put some ground on for ourselves.
And just so we have our records, where are you taking? Where are the van trips going?
Piressaga.
Getting there takes ages. I just literally thought that.
I genuinely think that's your first funny joke, Ronnie.
Ouch.
Yeah, she's definitely in that sort of mood today.
Don't upset the GM.
I am heartbroken, distraught, destroyed. I'm just planning some instant encounters.
With mozzies by the looks of it.
You're going to Piressaga. Okay. And where are you taking? Are you taking the refugees?
Same place.
Same place.
Oh, okay. Well, safe journey. Yes, very safe journey. Mind, you are going into. You will be flying through Talon space. Little bit dodgy at the moment, but with the tensions with the Earth Defense Force have come up.
We're hopeful that having both a Talonite and a human on board will resolve any issues. Whoever we meet is whichever of us speaks.
Oh yes, yes, I can see why that would be preferable. You have your permission to take off. Obviously, thrusters only, please.
Of course, we're not barbarians.
But you said that with a straight face. I have to say, is impressive. Again, can I have a piloting roll from you, please? For the same reason as last time. There's just so many ships of various sizes coming in and off.
It's just collateral damage at this point, isn't it?
That was if we do start, if there's not enough power to get out the atmosphere, we might have to kick in the star drive again. But that was a 19.
Yeah, it's a bit bumpier. The things racing about. As you get into the atmosphere, you see that there's a few less ships. The 2 battleships have gone. There's a few of the lesser ships. Are you programming? You laying in your course to Pirasega?
We are indeed.
Please give me a computer roll.
Oh, that's me, isn't it?
You've
tend to do the
pretty
computer stuff.
much got the You've pretty much got the navigation computer down pat.
Yeah, computers is +6 for me.
Yeah.
So can I take 20?
Yeah, assuming we're in orbit, we can just stay
That's a bold
Yeah,
question.
I will allow it in this case. You're not under any stress,
Yeah.
so I'll allow
yeah.
it. It's
Okay.
any stress we're
Was
under,
the roll a bit
what we're putting
shit?
ourselves under.
Well, in fairness, I started saying it as I was looking at the result because I realised that we went under pressure.
That's fine. I don't mind.
But I will happily use that dice roll on whatever next test it is.
Ouch. Was it that good?
I'm not going to say anything until it comes up. But I will, I will bank this result. This is the result I will call next time, so that the roll still counts.
Okay. Okay,
And I
it takes a
hope
little
it's the
longer.
most dramatic thing possible.
It takes the it takes a little longer, possibly because of the sheer length of the trip that you're about to take. I mean, you've done some long trips before, but this is almost end to end. But finally, the coordinates come through. Everything's locked into the computer. Are you kicking in the fusion engines and going to FTL speed?
We are.
Okay. It's going to take the best part of 40 hours.
Mm-hmm. Where are we to? We were on. Which planet are we on?
You're just leaving Yusef.
Yusef. Yeah. Okay. So it's almost like a clear run across, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sheer length of. It's just sheer distance of the flight.
Hmm.
And the fact that you're about to go into Talon space.
That's okay. Like we said to the guy, if the Talons hail us at any point, I'll answer it. And then once we're past, and if it turns out to be a human expeditionary force, then Tyrrell will answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head into Talon space. As you're flying through, about 2 hours in, you do get hailed.
Okay.
Familiar voice of your boss.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll reply. Hello, we've got a paying job.
Where are you exactly?
That's a bloody good question.
Probably by now somewhere between Krasov and Dantoga, I would imagine.
Yes, we left Yusef for, or which one was it? I can't remember his name. Pirasega. That's what it was. Yeah, that one over there. Yeah, we've got a pretty good paying fare on board. Plus, we
I'm sorry. You're going to Pirasega.
Yes, but we're doing a humanitarian PR stunt again. We're taking some refugees.
Oh, that's nice. I'm not sure why you would take him to Pirasega. Place is notorious.
Oh, well, for what?
Due to the fact that hardly anyone goes near those worlds now, it's mostly the more nefarious sort of underworld figures that populate that planet now. Organized, more criminally minded.
They've got mob connections.
We can make money selling these people after all.
Yes, that's going to create a little problem.
What gangs?
The
one that's after us?
Well, I mean, I know the as I find the list again. I do have them. Yeah, there they are. Come on. I really ought to have these. The Bast Syndicate. Mostly, they're. I mean, although they are known here in Apagra, they've been known to spread out. Crane Dargan. I'm sure smaller sort of pirates, brotherhoods, and so on. It's not the smartest, but the reason I called you, I'm glad I called you. Listen, there's been a second attack.
On where? Where's this attack?
Well, that's kind of the problem. It's Primillo in the Relaran system.
Oh, that's Joey's species. Who's it been blamed on?
Oh.
Early reports say it was the Lamagos Navy.
Which colour are they on this star map?
They're immediately south of Pyrosega.
Oh, in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're getting very close to that then. Any news on why they attacked?
Seems to have come out of the blue. Same with the EDF attack on the Talon.
Have the EDF owned up to that yet?
No, they're still saying it's it wasn't them.
Your people, Joey, have your people had any sort of bad dealings with them?
No, we keep to ourselves normally.
Well, what kind of species are the Laragos?
The blue ones.
Yeah, they're essentially humanoid, but they got blue skin. They're fiercely militaristic, and the humans were at war with them, many years ago.
Okay. Well, they're definitely guilty then. Never trust the blueskins.
But now, why is Earth and them both attacked people with no provocation, though? Something else is going on. They're going to divide up the map between them, are they?
Just to give you the heads up of Primillo. Obviously, you'll know this already, Jayson, but Primillo is an uninviting place for Relarans who are forced to work in environmental suits in most locations. However, Primillo is far richer in iron and other valuable metals than any other world in their system, so it is worth the inconvenience to maintain a presence there.
So they're after all the resources there.
No. It's if I just turn the comm off a minute to head office. Look, when the EDF attacked, we still think it might even be a false flag. This is because, it's about this briefcase and this virus thing. This is whatever this attack is, we don't have the information. But this isn't one empire expanding over another. This is factions somehow, somewhere.
Yeah,
we're still waiting on confirmation from Lamagos, but quite frankly, they're I doubt they'll own up to it, even if it did it.
Notoriously. Do you have any family there, Joey?
Not on Primillo, but part of me wants to go back and and fight.
Well, we wouldn't know who we're fighting yet.
It's not the point. It's my duty. That's
fighting in armies is about being told what to do by rich and powerful people. It's far better that you are a razor-edge sharp scythe of accurate fire, working as part of a small covert team who are obviously way in over the heads already with this whole plot because we happen to have the virus. So I think you're probably best here in terms of serving your people until we figure out what to do with this virus. But I have to say, we were looking at this virus originally in terms of what can we get for it. I'm beginning to think this virus is seeing half the galaxy destroyed. I've got two ideas about it. One, we follow the rabbit hole a bit longer until we get more information and try to take the ethical choice of saving the galaxy from some aggressor. The other is we fire it into a sun and then announce that's what we've done. Maybe all this stuff will calm down.
Well, I suppose we can always fire it into the sun at pretty much any time, so...
Or just drop it in the deep black and make a note of where it was. Find some uninhabited star, find its 8th planet and put it in the 5th Lagrange point or something.
Yes, we could certainly do something like that.
But do please be extremely careful. You're about to fly through Talonite space, which still has problems there, and going into former Federation space, you're very near to both the Balaran and Lamagos systems.
Well, you know us. Careful is our middle name.
Just can't help ourselves. We need to do the right thing for these refugees.
Yeah. We can't go too near the fighting with passengers to think about.
Well, I would suggest that once you have delivered your cargo and secured payment, you get the hell out of that system. Quite frankly, what we have at the moment is that, I mean, no one has attacked. No one has. We have the EDF facing off against the Talonites. We've got the possibility of the Relarans having to defend themselves against Lamagos or vice versa. It's not looking good out there.
Well, there's still a couple more empires in this universe that can still have a go at each other. So,
that may very well still happen. Everyone's on edge.
So maybe next time we'll head up to, I don't know, Coram. Never been there. Don't know what it's like.
Takes us away from any fighting. Anyway, that's not.
I'm sure things will kick off once we arrive.
It's like you know me. That'll be sister.
Thank you, Barbara.
Barbara.
Wasn't that her name?
No, it was Davina.
Oh, I'm sorry. Human names are quite similar in my head. Zebra.
Barbara Davina.
Okay, so how much longer have we got to go on this flight?
Oh, you've still got. I mean, that was barely 2 hours in.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, long time yet.
You got another.
We've got another 5 hails to go.
36, 37 hours before you get anywhere near Parasega.
I serve porridge for the Von Trips. And then I make a Sunday roast for us.
Humility, thy name is Simara.
They paid us already, or they just paid it something up front?
If they hadn't paid us already, I'm not going to drop them off here, basically.
They paid you half up front.
Oh, okay. Then I'll put honey in
Give
the
them
porridge.
half rule.
Make it with milk. I'll do a slightly nicer meal. No, actually, they don't have the right to withhold anything, because if they try, then they get flushed out on airlock. Porridge it is. With water, no honey.
And on this fateful day, we realised why it was Quaker oats that was being used.
Well, they're just lucky they got water with it.
So I'm not actually your cook. You have to cook yourself. The kitchen's there. If you want me to do it, this is what you get.
There was that weird.
There was. I heard that.
I heard that.
But it didn't sound like Phil's buzz that he used to have.
Well,
it sounded like farting.
It was still a buzz. It was a fart, but also a buzz interference.
Oh,
there we go.
That's a regular phone, though, isn't it?
Phone?
A regular one.
I didn't hear that.
It was a buzz.
It was your usual buzzing, Phil, that happens from those headphones. Yes.
Anyway, I am going to speed this along at the speed of plot.
Ta-da!
Okay, when does the plot happen?
In T-minus
plot minutes.
Plot minutes. No. Is there anything else you want to do before your flight's arrival at Parasega?
Maybe monitor any sort of broadcast to see if there's any more information about this latest attack.
Can we try to ping our transponder? See where it is.
We've already dobbed them in, haven't we?
Yeah, we dobbed them, didn't we? We screwed them over.
Yes. I mean, you could certainly send out, sort of kind of send out a signal to see where a certain ship is, and as you happen to know the name of the ship and the transponder, because the transponder will be technically your ship.
Will they know?
Not necessarily. It's a bit like checking up in your Amazon, where your Amazon delivery is.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not going to bother with a roll because you'll be able to take the time anyway. Yes, you do know the current location. Your ship has left Fowler. It is currently, at best guess, roughly 2 hours from Iseth.
Going back again.
It might just be its first voyage because they were still loading when we left.
Mm-hmm.
They were a bit behind us. Okay. Pura Sega it is then. After a few days of disappointing meals for the Von Tripp, do they get the hint and start making their own meals?
They do look confusingly at what the utensils are.
So I'm familiar with the utensils.
Put water into pot. I
I'll
don't
make
see
the
any
porridge.
I don't see any pots here, dear. Oh! It's not the things for flowers. Okay. They do try. They're not doing very well. The Van Tripps have definitely not done this feeding the family before. You get the distinct impression they've always had other people.
You don't have much in the way of life skills, do you? What is it? What business are you in?
I come from a distinguished line of undertakers.
So that's the clothes you wear under trousers, right?
Not quite. We also run. We also run a courier car service for people to go from one place to another.
Uh-huh. But that was all on Iseth, yeah?
Yes.
You seem to be doing very well for yourselves.
Well, my great-grandfather, who started both businesses, always said that there were two things that were absolutely sure in life: death and taxis.
Yeah.
That was a very big build-up for a very bad joke. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So yeah, I mean, well done. I mean, if you've well, obviously you didn't build the business up, so perhaps not well done. You just inherited it.
No, each generation has maintained and expanded.
Wait, I think I know why they're all undertakers, because it's all a convenient accident for the next person.
No, we believe in a highly compassionate business in ensuring that your loved one is taken care of and is buried with dignity and honor. And we feel that families are willing to invest a high premium in order to ensure that good service.
So how much do you charge for burying, say, a crime boss?
Oh, I mean, there's so many factors. What they wish to use.
Any means you like.
The plot of land that they would be buried in.
Oh, I don't care where you put the body. Just kill them.
Oh, we're not assassins.
Wait, you only bury people that are already dead? What's the point of that?
It is a
tends to be
somber and important part of the grieving process. It is
But then you can't harvest their body parts for anything.
any donations to organ transplant bays are done before the burial.
You could compact the body, make a nice wall out of it.
Your
Take
friend
the
does have
exoskeleton,
some,
you could
your
make a
friend
nice
does
doorbell
have,
out of that.
your friend does have some very interesting ideas in the inhuming business.
Yeah, well, different culture and different sort of values.
Indeed. But we do our very best, and we provide a high quality service based on compassion.
Seem to be doing
Dignity.
very, very well on it, though.
Well, I believe a compassion and dignity are worth paying for.
It's not a front for disappearing people, wanted people. Then
No, my businesses are entirely legitimate. I would have nothing to do with such illegitimate scheme.
but this place we're going to, where your family is a crime haven, apparently.
There are always so many unsubstantiated rumors about frontier space. My family, my brother, who is awaiting us there, has simply expanded the business to a new place, creating a new market. He says that it is extremely
Creating the market or fulfilling it?
Well, he said that there was a great market that he was tapping into.
They get people in the taxis, they crash the taxis, they claim on the insurance, and then they bury the bodies.
That would certainly create business.
That would certainly create business.
That would explain why their driver didn't have life insurance.
I think I want to check that cash they've given us. I want to make sure it's entirely real.
What, you reckon they've corpsed us?
Yeah.
Ah,
I think he's so rich off of undertaking and taxis. I just don't buy it.
It's a good business. The money was deposited electronically.
Oh, okay.
There's very little physical currency. Such is life.
All right. Well, other than us lot eating quite well, the trip, I'll offer to cook for the Von Trips after 18 hours of flight, but I charged them a lot of money to do it. It's just a cash in hand job.
We have no money in hand. It's all done electronically.
Yes, well, I'll make a transfer. I'll cook for you, but I'm not your cook, you see. So I'm here as a public relations person for the ship.
After 38 hours of flight, you do find out, as you were looking for information, that in the interceding time, there has been an official there has been an official communication from Lamog. They have claimed that they are not responsible in any way for the attack. They are having an internal inquiry.
right.
However, they are somewhat perturbed. There have been some pictures taken of the ships that were used. They are definitely Navy ships. They're definitely Lamagos Navy ships, but they are older.
Have they sold off any of their old ships at any point?
No, they don't. They're far too proud for that.
Okay, computer, historical record. When did the EDF and the Lamagos last have a fight? Does the dateline correlate to the date of these ships? And whereabouts was it? That's where these people will be operating from.
Nature of Alien underwent a monumental change in 2260 was when, and then 2277 was when Lamagos went all in for the first interstellar war.
Did they start it?
Yeah, Lamagos claimed ownership of the world Hagante.
Oh, okay. That's in neutral space at the moment then.
Yeah.
Right. So hang on. So the Lamagos fought the EDF in 77 or something?
2277.
2277. Do the ships that there were pictures of date from that time frame?
No.
Are the ships older or later?
They're newer. They're newer than that, but they're Lamagos. The Lamagos report that they haven't used ships like that in at least 20 or 30 years.
Okay. Have they had a fracas with the EDF 20, 30 years ago?
No.
If they don't,
They're telling yes.
If they don't sell their old ships, what do they got them in storage somewhere?
There is that possibility. There is one other possibility.
What, the line?
Someone found a graveyard.
Well, yeah, so I was thinking they got them in storage somewhere, just orbiting the planet or something, and someone's pitched them from that.
Well, that's what I was trying to find. So if you can find out when they were fighting, and I'm thinking maybe they got the EDF ones in the same graveyard. Yeah.
If we find this graveyard, then we could go for some ship upgrades.
Well, more importantly, we find out where they're operating from, and where this new faction is, right? Yep. So, what conflicts existed between Lamagos and EDF 20, 30 years ago?
None. But then again, you're talking about there's been a period of a lot of the old Federation, which is what would have been fighting Lamagos back then. The old Federation has fallen away. There's an awful lot more lawlessness. There's every possibility that it could have been pirates. It could have been.
Oh, so this whole Federation thing was quite recent. Like our lifetime's recent. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Jayson's people down there, they've been fighting the Lamagons quite recently, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it could be along their border somewhere. Maybe, yeah, doing that.
Well, I mean, I assume all the named stars are stars that are active now, but I imagine all the other stars on this map are uninhabited stars, right?
Yeah.
Presumably they used to be, some of them used to be inhabited. Is that what you're saying in terms of graveyard? Right. So that's what you mean in terms of graveyard. It's one of these unnamed stars.
I mean, in terms of graveyards, whilst there's all kinds of battles that went on, there may have been skirmishes between factions that were never recorded. They have no idea where they are, and the ships are just hanging about.
But my point is, if we jump around all these named star systems, we'll never find them, right? It's the unnamed star systems.
It's the unnamed star systems and points in between. Plus the fact, one of the downsides of interstellar travel, faster than light travel, is a lot of people are zooming past.
Yeah.
Without really noticing anything, you can't see shit out the window because you're going too fast. Just to give you an idea, the stellar Imperium collapsed in 2685. This is 2690.
Okay.
So it's literally within, it's just a period of lawlessness now.
Yeah, so just to be clear, we did not create this period of lawlessness.
No. No, you got to remember the Imperium would have been pretty much everywhere you've been so far.
So we're never going to find it we're never going to find it like that. There must be some other information to lead us to it.
Yeah. Well, let's drop these people off.
Yep.
Perisega.
I don't think we want to hang around either.
You have arrived at Perisega. As you drop into subspace, you can see an almighty battle raging. As you see maybe 3 or 4 smaller ships dodging and weaving large cannon fire and attacking what looks like a similar transport. Yes, cue gunnery music. Looking like a similar transport to yourselves, and that's where I'm gonna stop tonight's session.
We don't have guns, do we?
You've got small gun. You get small defensive lasers on you. You're not completely defended.
Let's Millennium Falcon this shit.
Yeah.
So yes, we will stop that session there because that's going to be a major possible.
Okay.
So is this just outside of the planet? This is in orbit of the planet we're going to, is it?
Yeah. You literally jumped out and
Hello.
Nice. We could we could turn and swing out this passenger plane of people behind us and use that to shoot that so it breaks up into lots of debris. And what if you've done is you've just created a very high speed shrapnel bomb. I mean, those people at the speed they'll be moving at will go through anything.
And on that note,
it's energy mass times velocity. So if you fling a person fast enough, they're basically a bullet. We have a shotgun
acceleration.
Behind us.
Yeah, it's one of the advantages
the depressurization of the explosion of the aeroplane, which is we'll just easily make that burst. The depressurization will scatter them everywhere. That'll be an amazing shotgun.
Interesting theory. We will be back in a few weeks, obviously, for the next couple of weeks. Other things are taking priority.
Oh, what's that then?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going places for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, lucky you. Anywhere nice?
Well, I mean, I'm going to somebody's wedding at the weekend.
Oh, boring. Nobody cares about that.
Well, apparently people can, but that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. And then Tabletop Scotland. My daughter's going to be down. So we should be back, all going well, in
September.
Yep, 3 weeks.
September.
That is a long time away. I would have completely forgotten my shotgun plan by then.
I won't.
Like I say, we'll be back in 3 weeks.
The passengers might live yet.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
So
Like,
thank you.
That is such an awesome way of amplifying the destructive power of a small laser. Come on, we've got to do it.
Yep.
They're not paying passengers.
Thank you to whoever's been watching, who will watch, and we'll be back soon with another session. Bye bye for now.
No.
bye.